Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Watchers Brawl Round 6. It's our 6th Watchers tournament here. My name is Sci-Fight, and I'm joined by my co-caster, Noonie. Hi, Noon, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I am so excited to cast this. We haven't casted a New England Whalers game, and there is a special person that we very much like on the New England Whalers. That being said, I'm going to try not to be biased. Um, Mean Green look pretty good coming into this competition. This is the losers bracket round 1, and I'm just excited to be here. Excited to cast another round with you.
Yep, we have some gamers here, so let's get some games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Exactly.
We're going to be starting off with Lijiang Tower, and while the teams are chit chatting beyond themselves, going to be going over some of this team. I really like some of the names off of Mean Green. They got some definite talent when it comes to name making. Off to the side of New England Whalers, also going to be the acronym of NEW, which is new. That's kind of sick. They have someone named Boosted E-Girl. So, that's
a name, all right.
It's a guy. It is a name. Yeah.
It is a name. It is a name for sure. Their ranking's kind of high, so I'm ready to see some very high skill gameplay from them.
Me too. So first map going to be Lijiang. We'll be getting into maps. Going to ready check everyone. Make sure everyone's good to go. No map bans, no hero bans as of yet, because this is the first map we're going to be starting out with. And I really like Lijiang Tower. It's like a set control. And that's a pun, by the way, because it's a control as in like scientific control, but also like control in the map type.
Yeah, I forgot to laugh.
Seeing how good these teams are on their 3-3, but I also think that in Control Center we're going to be seeing some Mei, and I think that's almost a definite, right?
Definitely. On Lijiang, during the second point, you really want kind of that Mei to wall off, because it's just such a close quarters map, you know what I mean? So having those walls is just beautiful to just trap the enemy team.
I love trapping the enemy team.
Yeah, that's just my favorite thing to do in these games.
So here we go. Off to the races. Lijiang Tower. We're going to be setting up in Night Market here. And Night Market's got this really nice choke near the markets, respectively. Can get some really nice picks off of it. And that's normally where teams hold each other. Big wide off point. The Lucios might be doing some work around this pointed edge of the point where there's some dips that you can boot people into. There's a big cliff side on either side that you can get some really nice environmental kills with. And I think we're going to be seeing just the same old standard. Lucid Science has been just a really good Reinhardt player. We've seen him play Winston as well, but a couple seasons back on the Watchers tournament, he ended up winning, I believe, twice in a row on Aptix Esports. And winning those tournaments has really brought his name to light. He's gotten a lot of popularity from winning, and now that he's on the New England Whalers, we'll be seeing what else he can do. Very excited to see this main tank play. He always seems to lap the enemy when it comes to ultimate charge and just destroy people with these unexpected shatters. Here we go.
Yeah, it seems like the fight's starting off right now. They're right in the middle. Ooh, that perfect hack. Now we have the Somber Goats versus just normal Goats with a Zen. And the Somber's just going to make a huge difference. Going on the left side, you do have Holiday trying to find a hack onto any of the tanks at the moment, but it looks like she's getting pushed back by Fierce Surge. Looks like they're just going to have to head back a bit, but it seems like just a lot of damage trading at the moment. Not a lot of picks, but there goes Lucid Science down by Fierce Surge, and now they're pushing in harder than before. Absolutely huge coming in from Mean Green. They can just be so aggressive now that the Reinhardt's down, but Honey Badger does take the pick on the Joe, so that's the good one. McDaniels, however, gained both Scythe and Biz. That's a pretty good pick right there.
Yeah. And good plays coming out from Mean Green. Samson, though, going to be topped off with the armor pack. Almost gets taken out in the baby diva form. They're running on a lot of ults. Samson gets his mech back as well, which is really good for them. But keep an eye out on Lucid Science. Like I'm saying, he always ends up with more ult charge than the enemy. Reinhardt is so damn aggressive, and they're already on the point. They already almost have this
Whalers
gap.
already on the point. They have the hammer down coming in from Lucid, so this could be huge for them if they can find just the opening here. They're getting pushed down, however. Ooh, Lucid gets fallen off the map by Executor, and that goes their hammer down for the Whalers. So it looks like this is just going to be another regroup. Captain Carlos getting 2-man boop ran off of both the supports. Yeah, that's definitely just a regroup.
Yeah, they're going to regroup 40% for Mean Green. This is looking really good for them coming to these next fights. They do, however, only have 5 of the ultimates. They used the rally in the last engagement, and New England Whalers are going to come into this night with 6 ultimates, including the EMP, which just might end up winning the fight on its own. What they need to do is they need to wait for the Sombra and actually give her time to position around the enemy team. They're going to try and scrub around this right side of the map towards the fish market area. McDaniel's going to take
going from the back line. He's looking for it.
Here we go.
And there goes the big EMP, but the hammer down comes in from Lucid, but it doesn't get enough time to get Fierce Surge, so they can't pop off the Zarya ult, and they get it off. Holiday does take down Joe, however, but the hammer down comes back from McDaniels. Absolutely huge gain, 4 down. Lucid Science, however, does not care. They're going to go for that 2-piece right there. And you know what? That's just going to win them in. And the EMP was a little sloppy on the side of Holiday, but the hammer down coming from Lucid plus the damage from Biz just held that point perfect.
But that means that they're going to be at the last fight, though. 87% means all Mean Green needs to do is win another fight, and they have the rally, they have a transcendence to win them that, and off the side of New England Whalers, they kind of just used everything, so they need to stall this fight out.
Yeah, Mean Green does have the rally and both transcendence, which is absolutely huge for these fights. I mean, that's just all your damage basically being negated. Here comes the hammer down, however, from Lucid Science, but here comes, that's right, the Transcendence coming in from Joe, holding up a bit better, but they still have the rally held back. They used it, they have it up, and there comes the EMP. They're all hacked. Lucid can go to the left and do some massive amounts of damage, and that's exactly what he's going to do. With his Brigitte, he's going in, and he takes down 2. Lucid just absolutely destroying right now. Absolutely huge coming from him.
Yeah, that was amazing. They really kited that fight out, managed to get the EMP from Holiday, who has been spectacular with the Sombra, and just a 5-man EMP to lead out that fight. All they need to do is they need to worry about Fierce Surge's Grav, and they're coming down to like a 2-fight scenario. Sylph trying to go around the top part of the map to see maybe he can get some boops. But they're gonna end up meeting him up here, and then going to the lower ground. Shadow goes through, gets Captain Carlos.
That's a good pick right there, if they can get it, however. And that's the question. They do have the rally. I mean, the Transcendence coming from Honey Badgers is absolutely huge, and they're just going to be more aggressive than Transcendence. Absolutely just holding them together like glue. Holiday hacks the health pack. That's a really good strat for them. Having a health pack ready to go.
Yeah, super good from them. They're going to take that fight win. They're just so damn aggressive. And they have another EP. This is their win condition coming up for the next fight. Here's the
Here comes the Graviton. Yeah, the hammer down.
Wait for the EMP.
Wait for it. That's the EMP. Is he going to hammer down? But he has to hold it. He goes for the hammer down. It does get McDaniels, but the rest of the team is still up, ready to go. If they can take McDaniels, however, that is their Reinhardt out of that fight. Samson in the back and just Captain Carlos trying to hold it as long as they can. They throw the Diva Bomb, doesn't find any value. And now you have all the Whalers on point, ready to fight both Samson and Captain Carlos, who's trying to run off by Fierce Surge, trying to go onto point at the moment, but getting pushed off by as many Whalers as there is. Mean Green's just not having a good time right now. They had a good hold, but right now, McDaniels coming from the back, doesn't have anything, however, and he's going to get immediately melted by all the rest of the team. Lucid Signs going for the pin on the Executor, however. That was clean.
Yeah, this is pretty much over. They're just doing some cleanup. They get the kill onto Cap Carlos, cap the point, cap the Wrecking Ball, and they're going to take map. They're going to take point 1 of this series. Not map 1 just yet. They have to win one more.
Just one more point. Absolutely clean coming in from the Whalers. Mean Green held pretty well in the first point, but second time, Mean Whalers really, they showed them. They wanted to be the Mean Whalers. And they just took their name. I feel like just how they came back. Yeah, they just came back very cleanly and just showed that their dominance against them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't see the Doomfist pick. There we go. Holiday's going to swap off. I think that was a pick like at the very last second to try to get to the point and stall out. But yeah, New England Whalers showing up strong. It seemed like 99% to 99, but that wasn't really the case. It was more like, Mean Green ended up taking the point. Then, as soon as New England Whalers ended up getting it back, they just stopped. And Yeah, I think that if New England Whalers manages to take it, this might go just completely one-sided. Here we go. Got
Here we
Joe
go.
on the Ana, though.
Ooh, the sleep going on the Holiday. Holiday right back up, however, doing some more
Ooh.
damage. Lucid trading with that damage, pushing them into the back room. This is a really bad place to be at the moment. You're going to get pushed to the left side and you have nowhere to go. You can either just try to rotate fully to the right side, but it seems like the Whalers are not going to allow them to do that. Taking down McDaniels in the process, you really just not... You need to hold your ground in that room or just push back and go all the way right side. Because as soon as you just give up and just yield, you're going to get pushed all the way back to your spawn, like as we saw just happen to the Mean Green.
Yeah, they're going to maintain a really high all charge, too. Zarya's are kind of even, but look at the Reinhardts. Lucid Science on this Rein. God, I could talk about him all day. Already has the Shatter. Here we go.
Just looking for the opening. There it is. Through the doorway.
Ooh.
Gets forward from straight down. Goes for the pin. Honey Badger gain Executor. McDaniels down as well. Honey Badger gain that two-piece. That is beautiful to see. And
He's just too good. He's just too good.
Yeah, McDaniels
makes this game look so damn easy.
Just so easy. McDaniels isn't a bad Reinhardt, however. They do have some good positioning, some good fighting as well. But Lucid's just finding these openings, and in that doorway was perfect for the rest of Mean Green. They just got stuck in that doorway, and the hammer down came in and just blended them up so beautifully because they had nowhere to run. As soon as that hammer down went done, you were just stuck in that room. Here comes the rally ever, trying to push through the damage. Now you have to be asking yourself at this moment, why is Mean Green still trying to go for the left side? And that's why McDaniels gets the three-man shatter, but here comes it back from Lucid Science. And you have the Transcendence coming in from Honey Badger as well with the Zarya grab. Absolutely.
Here we go.
He's going for the push.
Bomb.
The bomb finds two. Holiday finds McDaniels and Captain Carlos. And now you just have to clean this up. Absolutely beautiful coming in from Holiday, who made that just... It was kind of a mess of a fight. But Holiday came in with the bomb and just cleaned it up so well.
Yeah, this team looks so solid, and they have no weak links. None of them are really dying or faltering in these fights. All of them are collecting all charge, and look at the all charge across the board. You know, we have almost four ultimates for New England Whalers. Just the Diva Bomb coming out from Samston. This map is going completely one-sided in the favor of New England Whalers. We're going to see this last fight unreal, though.
Ooh,
here we go, bomb coming out. They're only you.
Can they find anything? No, but McDaniels already got Sylph out of the fight. Here comes the hammer down, however, from Lucid Science. And, you know, McDaniels is not even close. 56 to one of them, and they go down. You just really have to ask yourself what they're going to do here for the Mean Greens. And the grab just to put some salt into the wound. Oh, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, big plays coming out from New England Whalers as they're going to seal Lijiang Tower. Complete and dominant victory in that second point capture. And we're going to go into the map pick and ban phase. We're also going to go into the champion hero pick and ban phase. But yeah, Lucid Science on this Reinhardt. This got to be that second point Lijiang. Yep, right here when he got that shatter. They didn't even see it coming.
And there's nowhere they can run. It's stuck in the doorway. What are you going to do at that? Absolutely beautiful coming in from this
Absolutely beautiful. And that's what we love to see from these Reinhardts. Aggressive play, but controlled aggression. Absolutely knows what he's doing. And Boosted E-Girl in the chat, 98 kill participation with that Brigitte.
When you're playing Brigitte, I mean, that's just...
Can't get better than that.
That's just what you need at that point. Brigitte's just doing so much damage and helping out the team that 98 isn't even that surprising when you run into the GOATS comp with a Brigitte. But now we just have to wait for the ban hero and the ban of the map.
Yep. Just going to take a little minute. New England Whalers going to ban a map. Mean Green going to pick a map. And then New England Whalers going to save a hero. Mean Green going to ban a hero. That ban is going to be on both sides. So it could be detrimental to your own team, or it could help them. You want it to help them if you're going to be the one banning it, right?
You don't want to be your worst enemy in this case. It seems that New England Whalers are going to ban Anubis, which is very clean. And since it's only the first match of the game, we do have the Twitch MVPs, which is in the bottom left of the screen. And you choose that for whoever you want your MVP to be. Now, it's a little early in the game. I wouldn't choose mine at the moment. But you could choose Lucid Science for that absolutely insane hammer downs, Joe for the really good Transcendence, Executor, who's just really popping off with those rallies, and then just the boop on the first point of Li Jiang, or you can just go for Captain Carlos, who also got the 2-man boop. So it's a little early, but if you do want to put in your votes, it's in the bottom left. You can vote once. For some extra bits, you can vote again. So if you see someone you really want a lot of votes for, go ahead and just knock yourself out and put as many as you want. But mine, I think, would have to be Lucid Science. His hammer downs through that doorway and just all over the board, having just more ult charge than the rest of the against McDaniels was absolutely huge. Seems that we are gonna select one for Mean Green, and the map will be Dorado.
Yep.
And now it's just please save one hero and one map side.
Yep. So Dorado going to be the choice of map. We don't see a lot of Dorado, but I personally love Dorado. Really easy on the eyes. I love that nighttime setting. All of the decorations outside are really nice. It's it's nice. You get high ground, low ground. There's not a lot of closed areas, save for the last point, which I think is pretty tough to get into. But I think the third point should be kind of tough getting into, right? And I think it's a good balance of everything. There aren't many chokes in Dorado that I think are like really hard to get through. So teams can kind of blaze past this map, and yeah, I personally love it. I give it like an A tier. Noonie, how would you rank this map among all other maps?
I don't think I'd put it on an A tier, maybe B plus. I think would be my kind of tier. I think Dorado, before the whole dominant goats comp, was actually one of the craziest maps to play for DPS. Because on the right side in the first point, you can just sneak behind him for Widow or a really good Hanzo and just pick off whoever you wanted in their backline. But we don't see a lot of Widow being played anymore. A lot of Hanzo, in fact. It's just a goats dominated comp. So, but I think just how it is with goats, the chokes, you can't really get stuck in. There's a lot of ways to move around and just maneuver behind people. So I definitely think it's a B plus. I like the aesthetic as well, the pinatas and everything. So yeah, and I'm gonna give it a B, maybe a B plus.
You're gonna give it a B? What would you give an A or an S?
Well, I give an A or an S. Watch Point Gibraltar. I think that's
Watch Point is good.
That's an S tier right there. That's an original.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're actually right.
True. Big straight up.
Mm-hmm. I actually. Small plug, I do a Contenders podcast with a bunch of Contenders players, coaches, casters, and the Tier 2 and Tier 3 scenes, so Open Division and Contenders. Right now, obviously, we're getting into Contenders, so it's all Tier 2. And we actually made a map tier list this morning. And guess what was A and guess what was S?
Watch Point Gibraltar.
Watch Point Gibraltar was S tier, and Dorado was A tier.
I think the A tier Dorado was just kind of influenced by you, but that's just what I think.
It had no influence on the entire thing.
No influence at all.
No influence.
Okay,
I just put the maps down on the ring. I'm not.
I just put the maps on the paper.
I'm impartial, dude. I'm like a judge. All right, I'm not going to show my opinions. Ooh. So we have Lucio banned on both sides. This will be super interesting to see. Lucio is going to disable the goat's composition, right?
Totally.
So we're going to see a bit of dive. We're going to see snipers. I think we're going to see some snipers come out from Mean Green.
Yeah, like I was speaking before, having just the right side of Dorado on this first point, well, if you're right side on the attacker side, left side if you're on the defenders, and if you don't watch this little corner right here, they can jump over, go to the high ground behind you, and just snipe you entirely.
Yep.
Now, that being said, you could run goats here, but it won't really be that good of a goats without the Lucio. You can have the 3 healers, 3 tanks, but it's just not the same without Lucio. It's going to be more of a slow comp.
Yeah, it really will. And we're going to be seeing New England Whalers come out on the offense here. Looks like they're going to be running something defensive. Maybe a triple tank comp still. I think we're going to see self-swap. But I definitely think we're going to be seeing the Orisa and the Hog. Really good combination. It is very meta in comp at least, where you get those halts and you get the hook in. Sylph is just going to be solo healing on this Mercy. Going to try to pocket both these double snipers in this very bunkery composition. It will be triple tank.
Executor's really like far forward on this push, but that's pretty good because you're on Hanzo. You really have that long range, and if you can get that early pick, it's very huge for the first fight. Yeah, and definitely having the solo Mercy is a bit weird, but you do have Roadhog who can heal himself, so you don't really need to heal him that much. Honey Badger, both Sylph going onto the top right, trying to take out Executor, but they really just can't find it on them. So they try to go back, but Executor finds it on the Honey Badger. That's what you hate to see. They might be able to go res that, and that's what they do. They do get him back up. Honey Badger going back to the high ground, trying to find out Biz going for the Executor out. We're trying to get revenge for his fallen comrade. That's very clean. You do have Fierce Surge in the back on the high ground, looking for the pick as Widow, but gets picked by Biz as well. That's a 2 for him. Man, that is absolutely huge. Honey Badger getting after Samston, and you might have to change your comp if you're Mean Greens at the moment. Your Pharah is going to get absolutely destroyed, and your Widow's not having too much of a fun time either.
Especially in the second point, they're going to get this first point here, and it's looking really good for them. Biz is going to pop the scope here. Going to get some eyes on the point. Has the infra sight. Trying to go for some snipes. Fierce Surge better not peek there. They're trying to go for some sniper battles, but yeah, definitely. This is where the Widows thrive. This is where the snipers thrive. So it's going to be really bad for Samsung. Samston coming out there.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, boosted Ego getting executed right out of that fight. Why is Captain Carlos behind him? Just showing himself completely. Does he want to get like picked off or something? Or wants his dagger himself? That was just a very smart play. But here comes the absolutely godlike hook coming from boosted Ego, who almost got Joe right out of there, but they bounced and they just ran off immediately. Honey Badger just taking everyone out on the high ground, getting both getting both Sam and Fierce Surge. I don't know why they're still. Go ahead.
No, Soph was trying to kill people with his gun on the Mercy using the Valkyrie. It's like my whole team's healed up and nobody's around. Oh no, Soph going down. He's too aggressive. Mine's coming out. This is going to be a hold.
Ooh, Fierce Surge and both Honey Badger come back with the picks, but they get taken down almost immediately. Executor actually picking it up very nicely, cleaning up very well. And now it looks like they'll be able to hold this once again. That was absolutely just heartbreaking to see, though. From just the first push, they just kept getting taken out immediately. It seems like Mean Green's still going to hold on to, the Pharah because they have the ult on them, but you really have to choose what you want to do here because you can just get taken out so easily by Biz on the Widow or just Honey Badger. So it's kind of
you got to play this kind of crazy, though, if you're Lucid Science on the Orisa, though, because you just have this, semicircle shield. And Captain Carlos has the EMP, so he's going to go for it. Joe goes down, though.
Ooh, Joe's down. Samson's down. Here comes the Diva Bomb coming in from Holiday. Can they clean it up? Doesn't find a lot of value, but that's all right because the team is already picking it up on their side. Whalers are absolutely doing a lot of damage. You do have McDaniels trying to stall in the Wrecking Ball, but they won't last too long.
It's just so clean coming out from the New England Whalers, and the EMP comes out, but it's just not enough. And the Mercy's going to get the pick off on Captain Carlos. Oh, it's a travesty. You gotta swap after that, buddy.
Heartbreaking. Samson's still on the Pharah against all odds. They really haven't ulted yet, and they kind of need to. They really need to.
Yeah, you kind of need to. And as Samson, you're thinking, you're going to have to swap to the Diva. There we go. There's the swap.
There you go. There you go.
McDaniels goes down now.
Picking the McDaniels. They have no shield. The both snipers are both exposed. And you do have the walls coming from Bits. Fierce tries to peek him, but he gets taken down. Joe comes back with the res onto Fierce. And you had the Bongo, the damage booster. Here comes the Dragon Hour trying to clean up the point. Doesn't find a lot of value as well. Does do a lot of damage, however, for the Whalers. So now the Whalers are just a little hurt here. Holiday does get demacked. Executor gets the pick on the Biz. You do have the... Ooh, that's a good Dragon trying to split the team in half. It seems like they can hold this. And Samson swapped off. Did they even use the Barrage? Or did they just give it up entirely?
They gave it up. They gave it up 2 fights ago. Joe gonna try and get the res.
Ooh, Joe's really... Carlos goes down wherever, and now it's just Orisa trying to hold for dear life on the point. Goes into gold mode, tries to hold on, but they really can't do it. So now they just have this clear point, taking Samson out of mech, and taking him out right about now. Yeah, there you go. They finally get the pick onto him. Here comes Joe from the backline with both Honey Badgers trying to find... Ooh. Honey Badgers versus Executor. Who's going to get the pick, however? Here comes the whole Hawk, however, coming from Boosted Ego. The Diva Bomb coming in from Holiday. Probably cleans it up. Finds the pick on the McDaniels. And Boosted Ego is just popping off here. Just getting all the picks they need to hold off this point. trying to get it pushed to the very end. Samson, however, is holding very well. They're stalling for a lot of time.
Yeah. Shift in, coming up for the Moira. Joe trying to stall.
Ooh, but it gets taken down. Executor there for the last hold, trying their best. They're stalling very well here. They've been eating some time off the clock indeed.
Yeah.
Fierce Surge coming back on the wrecking ball. How long is he going to be able to hold is the question. Going around and around. Doesn't find anything really there, and they go down. And I think that might be the end for that stall.
Yeah. Good stall coming out from Mean Green, though. That is definitely a sign of life. You know, they gave away 3 points, but that's the way the cookie crumbles when you have a really solid attack and your defense really doesn't swap the Pharah. You know, you're running Pharah into double sniper. You got to swap that up, Samston. And I think he learned it, but it was a little too late. 2.5 minutes on the clock for New England Whalers, and it's time for Mean Green to attack. So we'll see what composition they'll be going with. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think?
The Mean Green might be better on attack because they seem like they wanted to be a lot more aggressive. Just they were on defense, so it wasn't in their favor. I think just having Samson on that Pharah for that long was kind of just a really bad idea because you didn't even use the barrage at the end. You just swapped off to Diva immediately. So that was a little bit hurting for the Mean Greens, but coming from the side of the Whalers, it was very clean from them. They did have some trouble on the second point, however. They did get taken out, and then they had to regroup and go again, but that's fine because they took it pretty cleanly and kept it going for that whole time. The stall coming in from Mean Green at the end was very clean as well, so yeah, I think they can definitely improve upon this on attack. I think they can just, if they keep their momentum they were doing on that stall, they're going to be very, very, very huge.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. You know, Samston looks like they might be playing the Hog, but on the side of the defense, we got the Ashe and we got a Pharah lineup. It's a solid 2-2-2. I don't know what that shield is from Lucid Silence on the very top there. But
I think that's just an oopsie, you know what I mean? But there's the next one back on there. You have the point. McDaniel's back on the Orisa once again. You do have Samson on the Hog now. And you do have both an Ashe and Hanzo against, Ashe and Pharah. So you should have the upper hand here against the Pharah, but we just have to see how Mean Green plays. That shield does go down. They get pulled in a bit, but it seems just holding the high ground is working pretty well for the Whalers. They might have to rotate very soon, however, because they're going around on the left side for Mean Green. Ooh, an excellent hit coming in from Samson, who just gets Lucid Science. There goes their shield, and they can be a lot more aggressive now.
Yep. And Biz not really getting a ton of Chal charge off of the Ashe is going to die to the hook and the headshot coming out from Executor.
Yeah, now you really just need to find something here. You really need to find a value. You need to find a pick, and you just have to get on that point because you're about to lose it.
No, nobody's on the point.
This is the very end. You just need to try to touch that point as much as you can. Boosted Ego going around, but look at that barrage. Gets Joe. That's absolutely huge coming from Samson. Even though they get taken out, that's a very good pick. Those are 2 good picks. But Fierce coming back with 2 plus Executor with 2 more. That's 4 for them. Oh, that's hard to see. They might be able to hold this on Biz now. They're gonna just wipe them completely. Sylph, maybe.
Oh my God!
Can they pop up? But they're gonna get taken down almost immediately as well. That was a really good comeback coming from Fierce and both Executor, who just cleansed up after they saw the barrage happening. Like, here, you want to take 2 of ours? We'll take 4 of yours, and they just
it was so scrappy. Yeah, and the snipers from Mean Green really doing a lot of work. They definitely utilized their Lucio band properly. Their attack is going really well here, and they have almost 5 minutes to cap the second point, try and cap the third here. Trying to go for the halt, doesn't get much value. Able to halt that away.
Ooh, Captain Carlos going down. Honey Badger has a Transcendence, both Zenyatas with Transcendence, and here goes Captain Carlos and Honey Badger both up. Joe does rep Captain Carlos, so they can pop the Transcendence. Here comes the Dragon from behind, doing some damage. Executor just trying to find what they can do here. Bits does get down McDaniels and Fierce. Holiday going after Captain Carlos, and it's cleaning up beautifully for the Whalers. They might be able to, this might be where they can hold now. If they play very carefully and strategically, they can hold this point pretty well, just how open it is right now. But they just have to really just regroup here. They seem to be kind of split at the moment.
And this is a really solid point to hold from if you're the New England Whalers. You're really happy about this. Your Pharah has high ground and the corner. Biz has high ground as well, so they can keep the point up there. Ult's coming online. Boosted Eagle trying to go for something.
Ooh, the
Bomb
Diva
coming
Bomb
through, nothing.
from Holiday doesn't find any value. That's okay, though. You still have a lot of damage coming
Down
from
on the
your team.
Pharah.
Ooh, what are they going to do? Boosted Egro has the barrage. Can they find it, though? They just have to get distracted. As soon as Mean Green's distracted, Boosted Egro can just go behind them, and he'll pop off his ult. And all of them together off the ground barrage. A little different, but hey, it does get the job done on the Fierce. You have the Bongo coming in as well.
Oh.
Damage boosting McDaniels and both Samson. Here comes Silver. Rest behind, gain Lucid back up, who's 66 until their Bongo, but they need help. They need help from their team right now. Lucid just needs the Whalers to peel for him and help him against both these tanks. Sylph taking out McDaniels. Ooh, they have both kind of a DPS Zenyatta Mercy combo right there. And that took down Daniels. Samson does get Lucid Science, but Boosted Eagle returns the favor and gets Samson down as well. And it seems like the Whalers might be able to hold this point. They did just do a lot of damage and pushed off a lot of people. But without your shield tank, how long can you hold against this corner is the question.
Sylph is the Neptuno of this tournament. He is the Neptuno. He has been so aggressive. Whenever his team doesn't need heals, he is always there to try and frag out, and he always gets those kills.
Ooh, here comes the Bob on the point. Here comes the Bob from Bits. You do have, not a lot, but you do have another barrage coming in from Boosted Eagle, who only had one just a few seconds ago. And you're just cleaning up here with the Bob. Joe does get the res on the Fierce, however, so that's good. And now you're just kind of trading here for a bit. Fierce does take down Bits. And, you know, running this Pharah, you would think, you know, Fierce would be able to take down Boosted, but you really don't see a lot of that happening. They're just being able to push this point, however. Pushing back both the Whalers.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
that pick needs a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that does mean a lot of trouble. Here comes the Diva Bomb, however, from Holiday. And it finds Captain Carlos, getting both their healer out. Sylph gets back Boosted Eagles. Bits finds the pick onto Executor. And now you have Joe down by Holiday. Bits gets McDaniels once again. Ain't no
incredible turnaround. All they needed was that bomb from Holiday to kick things off. Even with the Farragon, the bomb made it so that they could res up, and all they needed was just that one ultimate ability. They were able to turn the fight completely on its head. Kudos to them. Joe going to be swapping to this Ana here. No Mercy anymore, and no Pharah. It's going to be Widow from Fierce Surge here. Going to pop the ultimate. Try and go for some pickoffs. I think the Pharah is going to be the hardest target, the hottest target to hit. McDowell's trying to go for a pick here in the back line.
Ooh, you do have... Oh, here comes the Primal coming from McDaniels, trying to get after Honey Badger and Sylph, but they can't find it onto him. So they have to go back to their point. They still are activating the Primal, but now they're just kind of caught out by themselves. McDaniels a bit sloppy on that, but they do not have to pay the price. They do get back to the team. They get healing from Joe, and he might be able to go back and jump on the Honey Badger, who's by himself at the moment, who's trying to fight off Fierce by himself, but he's going to drop down as well. Fierce does get the pick on this Bits, however, so that's very good for them. You do have the Dragon coming in at the moment from Executor. You have the Diva Bomb as well. Ooh. Can it find anything? Boosted Ego does find the pick on the Executor, and Honey Badger finally returns the fire to Fierce and just gets him down by himself with his Discord and both balls. And you just have a lot of damage coming in from Bits. McDaniel's going down. Holiday gaining Captain Carlos. Boosted Ego cleaning it up as well. It's not looking too good for the Mean Greens, and they're not going to be able to touch. And New England Whalers will take that point.
They'll take map 2, taking Dorado in the series, and we'll move up into our map pick and ban phase, the hero pick and ban phase, and it's going to be Biz with the play of the game from the Ash here. Ooh, nice headshot onto McDaniels. Gets another couple of hits. Gets the opponent Ash.
Clean. That's what we've kind of been seeing from both of these hit scan from Fierce, Executor, and both Bits. They can just get these shots landed so perfectly, and the way they trade with each other is actually very interesting. Because Fierce can sometimes pop up, but then Bits comes back and gets 2 of their guys for 1 of their guys. So it's absolutely clean how that goes down.
It is, and what are we doing here? Paris is going to be banned off of New England Whalers almost immediately. They must hate that map. And yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing any more goats. I think Mean Green's offense was all right. It's just I think the plays coming out from Holiday on that Diva and then the Hog were just stunning. And then Then Boosted Eager really showing up. Sylph, just so good on that Mercy as well. Just either fragging out or making sure that you get those key reses off. He had this crazy res on Orisa that ended up stalling that map so hard.
Yeah, definitely banning the Lucio just made both teams change their playstyle entirely. They did play a really good GOATS comp, however, coming from New England Whalers and Mean Green. It seems like they could trade pretty well. Lucid was very good on that Reinhardt, but now you have him on the Orisa, you have McDaniels on the Orisa, and they seem to be doing pretty well on that as well. It seems like the main tank is just there for them, so they're just doing some work. You do have a lot of DPS potential coming from Bits, however, and Fierce Surge and Executor, plus Boosted Ego, who, despite having a Widow and Hanzo against them, they still popped off on the Pharah. So that was beautiful to see as well.
It was really beautiful. It looks like we're going to be seeing some Hollywood. I love Hollywood as well. I think that I would rank, Hollywood among like A or B tier. I think I really like Mean Green's map choices. They're like picking really nice maps.
Just really aesthetically pleasing maps. I think Mean Green, they're doing pretty well. They just have to really just see. They're kind of lost at the moment right now. They really don't know what they want to run. They did have a Pharah for the first point of Dorado, and they just kind of kept it a little bit too long. So I think once they find their foothold, they find what they want to run, I think they're definitely going to be able to hold a lot better.
I agree. I think that Mean Green can pull off this bunker defense if that is anything. Looks like Honey Badger from New England Whalers going to choose to save the Sombra. Mean Green going to ban a hero. Going to ban Orisa. So that means they don't want to play bunker. So I think both teams going to go for the GOATS composition. Right? What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to ban Orisa, so I think definitely the GOATS composition is going to come back into play, but I really want to see more DPS come from both of these teams, because they've proven that they can run that DPS pretty well, but their GOATS isn't too bad as well. Their GOATS is very well played, phenomenal coming from the Whalers, and pretty good coming from the Mean Greens, so it's kind of just like a ball toss at this point. Like, whatever comp they're going to run, they're going to be pretty well equipped to run. It's just how well they execute it on Hollywood.
Yep. It's all going to depend on how clean they execute it. I am super excited to see both teams. I definitely think we're going to be seeing 3-3 on both sides here. No questions asked. Teams have been preparing all season, all year with these GOATS comps, so I definitely think we're going to be seeing both of that coming out of here. Both these teams are really high in skill level. This is a tournament that has a money cap, that you actually have to pay to enter. It is exclusive, and there's a monetary prize at the very end. So we'll see how this works out, right? Because both teams are going to try very hard, right? These aren't mean teams. These aren't teams that just want to give up. But one of these teams, at the end of the day, will go home, because this is the loser's bracket, right?
Definitely, you really have to put some commitment into it, because you're gonna run, what you put the money in, you put the time in, you just have to have the confidence in your team. And once you get that confidence start rolling, it's just kind of like a snowball, You just have that damage, you have what your team needs to do, the coordination, the communication. And as long as that works, I mean, come on, you can pretty much end up in the winner's bracket. But you just have to have that confidence in your team, you have to have that communication, you have to have all that good stuff that makes a team perfect.
Yeah, and there's so many teams in this tournament, so many good teams. It's really stacked. So don't feel bad if you're in the loser's bracket of this tournament at all.
Ooh, that's a huge anti-grenade. If they go in for that, that'll be absolutely big. It doesn't wear out right now, but that does engage the fight coming from both teams. They go for the pin. Both hit each other, ram each other down, Lucid, and both McDaniels. You can't go up here. You have Biz who's low. You have Lucid who's also low. It's kind of anyone's who can get this right now.
No.
Ooh, they're going to lose the high ground.
They did not win that fight. No.
Boosted E-Girl getting Samson out of the mech. Oh, that's so
oh my God. How do you lose that?
Well, I mean, that ante was actually huge coming in from them. But as soon as they could just, they showed their dominance up there. They went in there like, hey, you wanna ante all of us? All right, we're gonna come up there and teach you a lesson.
Oh, that's just plain unlucky. Joe's got to be face bombing there, and
he's like, that was a big ante, guys. Where was the? Where was
watch out! Watch out! Biz getting staggered.
Ooh, Lucid might go down
gonna
here. Actually,
save him.
Does take down McDaniel's. Hammer down comes from McDaniel's. A little weird, but you know, a weird flex, but that's all right. You do have 84% until Lucid has theirs, and now but they retook the point.
They're gonna hold.
So that's good for them.
Door.
Yeah, they do have to hold this door. If they can hold it, it'll be kind of crazy. But I'm gonna guess they're gonna get pushed back maybe to second.
Yeah, they're gonna try and give up this point a little bit, but I think they should hold this doorway. It's a really nice choke. I'm honestly really excited to see what Mean Green does here. I love that aggression coming from McDaniel's, and yeah.
Ooh, here comes the rally.
Ooh.
You got Bits who goes in. They have Graviton and they're fully charged. They're ready to go in. Joe goes down. Honey Badger taking out 4 people by himself. What is that Jonak dude?
It was an EMP shatter. It wasn't. It was a team effort. Okay.
It was an EMP shatter. It was kind of huge coming back from both Holiday and Lucid. I thought we banned Jonak's, Smurf from this game, but whatever,
Whatever.
Snuck in.
We'll let him deal with it. We'll let it through this time.
Not my job. I'm just going to commentate this game. You do have Bits who's on the high ground, however, waiting for that sneaky Graviton. Holiday goes for the hack. Here comes the Graviton coming in from Biz, putting damage, getting down Captain Carlos, and there you have Lucid Science who takes down Executor, and that's clean for them. A lot of charge from McDaniel's, who's nano boosted at the moment. They only have 25% charge though coming from Biz, so they're not really that charged, but that Graviton by itself was absolutely huge.
They're just so aggressive in the way they take fights. It's just like, you're dead. Like, they punch you every time the fight starts, like, immediately. They do not wait around, and I think they're just going to be able to take this. I don't think they're going to be able to hold, and yeah, it's just too late. Captain Carlos just going onto the cart to feed, and New England Whalers just so dominant.
Oh, there goes that pin coming from Lucid Science. At this point, when you're really Mean Green right now, you just have these ults stacked up, but you also have Whalers, guys. Okay, push into respawn. I mean, I'm not the boss of you. This is your team. You don't have to push that card. That card, who even pushes the payload anymore in this game? Am I right? It's more of just a team deathmatch. But you have the ults coming in from both Mean Green and coming in from the Whalers. This is anyone's game at this point. At the moment, you have all these ults. You do have one person who's without their ults, and that's Joe and both Bits on both sides. You don't have the Transcendence, you don't have the damage boost, but here comes the huge hack. Everyone's on the ground, and they're going to clean it up pretty well. McDaniels does go down. Executor trying to run back very low in the back. Fires, Fierce Surge just
cart, guys.
To the left. Cart, once again, there we go. They have the cart. They're holding it once again. And they're just getting pushed into this room. Mean Green doesn't know what to do at this moment.
And look how many ults Mean Green does, and it just doesn't even matter because New England Whalers are just storming onto them like it doesn't matter.
Ooh, here comes the Diva Bomb. However, going to this guy, can I find any value? But it doesn't. It does give a lot of charge onto Bits. However, you do have the Hammer Down coming in from Daniels, but you really don't have anything happening there. And at that point, you just
signs of life.
This is pretty good. This is looking good for them. You do have Bits, who doesn't have a lot of charge at the moment. Only 37%. They're getting taken down by Executor, and they do get executed by Executor. Kind of a fitting name for him playing Vegeta.
Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty solid. Honey Badger trying to sneak around. It's like 1 HP. Gets health backed. He's gonna fall.
I'm gonna run away, guys. Just leave me alone, please.
Yeah.
You do have Holiday, who sees Joe's the only one on point. Are they gonna try to C9 this? Are they gonna try to back cap?
No.
They get detected. They get detected. That would have been clean though. Killing Diana on there would have allowed for the back cap. And they get hacked by themselves. Holiday gets hacked by Fierce Surge.
Okay.
Now, I think they'll be okay though. They do get their healer.
Yeah.
But now you have Holiday, who's not to the EMP, but Fierce Surge who is. So now you just have to wait.
Fierce Surge needs to EMP now. They need to EMP this now, or this fight's gonna go bad. Here we go. Nice, solid win coming. Here we go.
For Fierce, and now you have him cleaning up on this side. Whaler's doing a massive amount of damage, and now you're just that is a pretty good nano though going on to Samson. You do have Honey Badger who comes in with the Transcendence. Samson gets out of DMAC away from the nano.
Wow.
Lucid Sciences are cleaning up. Sylph with the beat drop when it's needed, but it doesn't look like it is. Rally coming in from Executor. And you do have Daniels putting in that extra damage, but they go down as well.
God.
Ooh, this is looking a little rough for Mean Green, but they do take the point onto the Whalers side.
3 points for the New England Whalers, and it's just so dominant. It looks so one-sided. Even when you get the EMP, there's just no picks coming out from Mean Green. This is a lot of material, though, for them to analyze. They need to realize that, when they get those EMPs off, they need to make sure that all of their team is available, and they just weren't. So 2 minutes on the cap for New England Whalers. We'll be seeing what, Mean Green can do on this defense. And honestly, I don't have a lot of hope for them, but I think that if anything, they just need to work on their goats composition a little more. Maybe just go standard, Ryan Diva 3-3 goats. That seemed like their strongest point on Li Zhang.
Yeah,
and maybe go from there.
Running the Somber Goats was looking kind of promising coming from Fierce Surge, but it just couldn't execute it that well.
Mm-hmm.
It looked well. It looked like it was going to do pretty good, but it didn't really, come out that way. And now you just, are they going to run it? No, they're going to run a regular just Diva, Zarya, Reinhardt comp, which is very good for them. They do have Joe onto Diana. They have Executor, and they have both just your standard kind of Goats comp. But here's the main factor that we're kind of overlooking against all of these. You can see that you have Joe and Honey Badger. You have a Zenyatta versus Nana. Now, you do have the big anti-grenades, but you do have Honey Badger who has the Transcendence, who can also heal them up. So you just really have to take, do you want to get aggressive, or do you want to have kind of a defensive, ultimate to help your team?
I honestly think that the Ana is the better pick when it comes to this matchup, because you see on the side of New England Whalers, they don't have a Diva. So anything that Joe throws out is going to be absolutely effective every time, right? You're going to get those 6-man nades, as long as they are blocked by the Reinhardt shield, of course. And those nades are going to get big value. We'll see what they can do. They're already trying to skirt around the left side of the map, trying to go for some point advantage.
We'll go on the left side. Here comes both teams dropping down to the low ground, going for the pin, gets bubbled, however.
Oh my god!
An absolutely huge bubble coming in from Bits onto Lucid. You know what? You just denied Hammer down already? Absolutely insane coming from Lucid. What was that? Oh my god, who baby, that's what I like to see.
Oh my god, making McDonald's look like a McChicken sandwich.
Okay, that was a bit of a weird flex coming from you, Chase, but I kind of like it. I like that analogy. That was absolutely beautiful, kind of like a harmony coming in both from Bits and Lucid. The bubble going straight with the pin into that small room, and Lucid kept swinging until he built up ultimate and just hammered down. Now you have him going onto the right side. This is what happened last time. Lucid from behind again, pushing him to the high ground.
He's lapping McDaniels in our ult charge. Ooh,
they get the anti-grenade onto the Whalers. McDaniels with the nano. Can they hold this well? Ooh, that's what we were talking about. You have the Transcendence coming in from Honey Badger, who absolutely saved the team. And that was kind of both a mix of what we were talking about earlier.
Man.
Ooh, not looking too good for Mean Green. But that's just what we just saw right now was a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier. You had Joe who got the huge anti-grenade, but after the anti-grenade wore off, you had Honey Badger who came
into their spawn, you say?
Ooh, that is dirty. Come on, guys, let them play the game. Just pull out a bit. Pull out just a little.
They're pulling out a little bit, but holy moly. Holiday has the EMP. There's 2 minutes left on the clock, and can New England Whalers even... Are they even going to give up this first point? I don't know.
Ooh, there's the EMP, there's the beat drop, however, and a hammer down coming in from Lucid once again. Does get McDaniels. This is just a beautiful harmony right here.
Guys, before the map ends, please vote for your MVP. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, and this is looking
on the left-hand side.
Mean Green really needs to find a way out of here. They really just need to find what they can do. They do have a lot of ults coming out. They have Joe with the nano, they have Executor with the rally, Daniels and both Fierce Surge with theirs, and Samson. This could be big winnable, but you do have the supportive ults. Ooh, that doesn't find a lot of value.
That was a bit of a fail.
That was a bit of a, a really bad grab. And then you have the Graviton coming in, but you have the rally, you have the Diva Bomb. Oh, Samson finding a 4-man. That's what I want to see coming from Mean Green. It was looking a little hopeless for them. I'm not gonna lie. Mean Green was looking a little too, on their last legs. And then
Samson, a little green.
Yeah, and Fierce and Samson coming in with that Diva Bomb Graviton combo, and even though they only have a minute on the clock, that was absolutely huge and will allow them to get that point. Ooh,
Holiday? Try to stall? No.
Holiday's not going to be able to do it. 3 minutes and 20 seconds on their clock right now, so that's pretty good for them. Mean Green does have some good time on the clock. They did lose a lot, however, they basically came from absolutely nothing to just actually having a point. But now you just have them pushing in the payload a bit more. They can get trapped at these doors, however. Ooh, the hammer down EMP once again. coming in, trying to find the value. Samson out of mech. Holiday does not have that EMP anymore. That's just something that could have won
EMP,
him.
you know, that combo was probably the least efficient, and Sylph's going to be taken down, but that's going to be the end of Samson's life as they reset. That EMP was probably the most inefficient that they did. A lot of Mean Green were in cover in that house area that has the mini health back.
They did find some value.
Much. Yeah.
But now you really just don't have that EMP anymore for the pushes. You do have Honey Badger getting Fierce. And here comes the hammer down, coming in once again from Lucid. Doesn't find much, gets blocked off by McDaniels, who's almost to theirs. They have 98% until they're hammered down.
Oh my god.
And they're just chasing people to different corners of the map at the moment. Like, ooh, what's going on here? Samson does get taken down. You do have Lucid who comes back, that's good. And did we see, like, from the second point, like, earlier, did Samson out of mech kill Sylph? Because I remember
I don't know, I don't think so.
And they were in Baby Diva form. And
man, Honey Badger doing so much work here.
And now they're pushing back into the spawn. Lucid getting a little too cocky here at the moment, though. I feel like he's going to get punished very, very soon for all of this.
Oh, well, I guess not.
Maybe not. I mean, the bubbles are there. Executor's down. Nothing to stop him from just going in and back. And there's an anti-grenade getting at least 2 of the members there. But it's going to wear off before they can get out. What are you going to do here? What are you going to do? Graviton into their spawn? Oh, come on. Be a little nicer to them. Come on. Oh, going for the pin. Doesn't find it on the McDaniels, but that does stall off a lot of time. And, you know, if they went to a Sombra at the moment, if something that can just backcap, I mean, they would not really have that much trouble. Honey Badger's back there. They are pushing back to spawn, but earlier...
Oh, man, that... Look at the car.
Car's just almost
all the way back to first point.
Oh, that's hard for Mean Green, but it looks like they're getting back. It seems like they're getting their foothold back again. They do have a lot of ultimates coming out here. Bits gets
solo grabbed,
and then EMP. A lot of ults getting into this. They do get antied, but McDaniels gets pinned, hit, and stunned. Are they going to be able to take McDaniels out? They do have a really good bubble. Fierce does have a lot of ult charge, but just so does Biz. They do have a lot of charge coming in from both their Zaryas. They just have to find a picker. Whoever finds the first pick is going to be able to take this down. McDaniels gets their hammer down, blocked by Science. And now you just have 35 seconds. This is the very last fight. So whoever gets this wins the fight. They take down McDaniels. They take down Executor. And now they have to find out. Ooh, you really have to find something here. And they did. They found the 2 picks here. And now you just have to wait a bit.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's just looking so bad. Biz is just staring at the Ana from spawn, and there's 10 seconds left.
Nothing to do. You do have the Diva Bomb.
Last fight of the match.
Can Samson get the big Diva Bomb that they need? It does get bits, but is it big enough is the question. They are on overtime, so they can't be stopped here. Lucid looking for the hammer down, gets kind of blocked away, goes back, has an actual beautiful pin, like trying to run back.
Yo, that was cool.
That was kind of...
He was like drifting.
Yeah, what happened there was Executor booped him with their...
Yeah, he booped him away.
Their mace, and it kind of just...
Here's the EMP.
EMP, hammer down, coming in, and that's going to clean up the point. Absolutely beautiful coming from him, Lucid and Holiday. And are they going to be able to stall once again? Ooh, doesn't look like that. Samson gets it cleaned up. Here comes the Transcendence. You have Honey Badger who's holding up. Samson is nanoed, but it looks like they're not going to be able to stall for that long. I mean, come on, that's so much damage coming out there.
Oh, man.
Whalers take the match.
Man, Holiday is so BM with the boob emoting. Just great plays coming from New England Whalers. It was just so dominant. Samson gonna be committed to that play of the game there. Getting the 4K with that amazing grab bomb combo. That was really nice.
This is absolutely huge. This is the moment they won that fight, but they just couldn't pull it off in the end.
Yep. You're exactly right. Hopefully we get an interview with someone.
Now that's a vote of confidence.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Just checking to see who wants to get an interview. They're going to send Lucid, who we've talked to a while ago, off of Aptic Esports and Overwatch Watchers Brawl Tournament 1 and 2. Those winners. Or was it 2 and 3?
send
was 2 and 3.
Pinbot over. It was absolutely kind of a stomp, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good.
All right, so we got Lucid Science from New England Whalers. Lucid Science, good to hear from you again, man. How you doing?
Been doing well, man. How are you?
I'm good. Big fan. We've actually talked a couple times before. We've done some casting.
Oh yeah,
and some
man.
some other chats. How you doing, man?
It's been It's been good. I've been good. I'm on New England Whalers now. I'm no longer on Aptix Esports, but yeah, I'm really excited to see where our team can go, where we can take it this next open season, and just all together. So we got a good group of guys, and I think we're really gonna go far. So.
You guys look clean. You guys certainly look like you're gonna go far. Those were some clean wins. You let them get the play of the game in that last map, but that was just about it, right?
Hey, that's what nothing you can do with a perfectly placed bomb there, huh?
Definitely a really good bomb coming from them. But
Yeah,
it seems
it
at the end
was.
you guys were just more dominant against them. I mean, you were pushing them into their spawn. That was just, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of a rough time for the green.
Yeah, I have no comment on that matter. I think it's just mainly mostly cooldown usage as well as engagements and disengagements, knowing what else positioning properly. There's just, you know, little things everyone can work on, but just mainly things that I noticed. But we really did utilize the Sombra a lot, and I feel like teams have a hard time dealing with the Sombra, especially a good one at that. So it's kind of, you know.
To be honest, even tier 2 teams have a hard time playing against the Sombra. It's one of those heroes that, like, if you're playing Sombra in scrims versus like a tier 2 team, like a contenders level team, they won't scrim you because they don't want to play against it.
Right.
That's one of those things. You guys have been doing really well. I loved seeing the great Mercy plays coming from Sylph in that second map. Of course, you were so dominant in that first map, and holy moly. Let's not talk about that Hollywood shatter that you got in like 15 seconds. Dude.
Yeah, that was
What was that?
That's a proper engagement during a rotation.
You sound so scientific about it.
That's all it is, my friend. It really, I mean, you got to know when to catch the team, when to have that speed ready, when to have the projected on your Ryan. So, yeah.
Well, you guys are so clean. It is so good to finally recast you guys, or at least recast you. I know that not a lot of the other Aptix Esports guys are on other teams, right?
Yeah, I believe they split for the most part.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of just everywhere. I know Carfix is on Redacted. I don't know. Other than that, I know Potato's on Barra now. I'm not sure, like the other Potato, the hit scan Potato. I'm not really sure about the other members of Aptix. I think they're kind of just either LFT or I know a couple of the people just kind of stopped playing competitively as far as the team scene. So they just kind of casually play now. But yeah, I know that Humanoid's still putting together a team, and it still looks like they're building currently. So yeah.
That's sick, at least. Noni, you got a question?
No, I'm good. I just just want to talk about that one room push. That was kind of just my insane moment, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm good.
So nutty. That fight that you guys managed to win even after Joe had gotten like a 6 or 5 man nade. How was that?
Oh geez, yeah. I mean, we were just crossing our fingers that we could. Yeah. I mean, if they engaged a little bit, if they were just a second quicker on the engagement there, we probably would have lost the team fight. You're talking on Hollywood when the Ana got a big nade, right?
Yeah, the Hollywood one.
Yeah, we were like, if the engagement was a little bit quicker, we probably would have lost that team fight. But we were able to kite it out and kind of wait out the anti-grenade.
Was the first thing through your mind when you saw that everyone was purple on your team? Was the first thing on your mind like, oh shit, we lost?
Oh shit, get back, you know?
Yeah.
Whoa, no cursing, kids. What the heck?
No, we can't.
like come back, like kite it, you know?
Oh
Don't try not to take damage.
Sorry.
No cursing. This is a family.
Alright, yeah, no,
he's only 12.
We're keeping it light here. We're keeping it light.
Yeah, keep it light. But yeah, that was really good coming from you guys.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by again. That was so cool to see you come back, and God, it's been a little while, but I'm so excited to see you guys in your next couple matches. It sucks seeing you guys in the losers bracket, you know.
Yeah,
But,
it's mainly due to. I mean, we're still technically building. We've had some time during the off season to really take our time and nitpick who we really want, who really fits with the team, and just looking for that overall synergy, that natural synergy right off the bat. So I think we've had more time to kind of just build, make sure we have our building blocks, have our foundation set, and then we can kind of just start building from there. That's what we've been doing. That first game, we actually only had a core of 4 members at that point, and we had 2 subs. So that being said, you know, I'm still pretty proud of how well we played, especially since the roster really isn't. You know, there are a couple players that have been playing together for a long time, but other than that, the roster's relatively new. But for the most part, I think we're all, you know, starting to come together. So
yeah, I'm super excited to see you guys in action. I'm sure a lot of people are. Do we get an MVP vote here?
Yeah, you did. Oh, I think
It actually was Lucid. I think Lucid got it.
Refused. Who was it? I didn't know because I didn't vote.
I voted. It was for Lucid. I just it was our SMH my head question mark?
Can I get some production valuation? I am offline in Overwatch. Hello? We aren't in game. It was Lucid. Okay. I forgot to let you know. We left because I was lagging a little bit. It was Lucid. Congratulations, dude. You played like a god. It was pretty monstrous.
thanks, dude.
And we'll see you guys.
Yep.
No problem. We'll see you guys next time. I believe we are casting a couple weeks from now. So stay tuned. And next match going to be tomorrow at 7, if I recall correctly, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see you guys then. Everyone have a good night and stay safe.
Yep.
Yeah, look for a good match tomorrow.